going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about who inspires me in photography and why did I start doing it in the first place. So this started during high school where it was like a photography class, and photography class was around about year 10 or year 9 or something like that. I picked up a camera from one of the school cameras. It was a Canon, I know that. And then I just started taking photos randomly. I did not know anything about exposure or ISO or anything like that. I just want to talk to you about that because I feel like I just need to talk about it towards you guys. And yeah, so it was I think the camera was Canon. I know that. I don't know which one because it was quite old. And then I started taking photos. I started learning a bit more about that. It was more it's more about the art. It was sort of similar with photography and art because I was doing doing both of those during school. And then I started taking photos of that around plants and doing close up. I was mostly doing macro close up of plants, flowers, stuff like that, just around. And then that's when I started to pick up going okay, I'm actually pretty good at that. I'm actually pretty good at taking photos. But then I wanted to get better and learn a bit more about it. And then that's when earlier on before photography, I was making videos for my friends. I was making just a load of videos, and that's kind of what got me into it because I was just doing a lot more video. And I went, oh, okay, photography is sort of similar, somewhat. It just with photography, it's more still. With video, it's movement. And yeah, and then I started watching Peter McKinnon. Doing a lot more of that. And then he inspires me probably the most. And then there's North Borders, who's an Aussie photographer, and his group of friends as well. They inspire me as well because they're from Melbourne or something, which I'm from Sydney, so it's somewhat similar from their area. And then I started picking it up. I picked up my first camera, which was a family camera. It was a Canon. It only had one lens because it was the only lens I could use. And I started using that for about 2 to 3 years as I started picking it up. I think it was about 2 years since of using that camera. And then I picked up the Canon 1300D, which is my current camera at the moment. And then I got 3 lenses as well, which is a 55, and then an 18 to 55, and the other one which I use for sport the most. And then I went to TAFE after that, which I went for a year. I learned a lot more. I did do a big mistake, which I did not complete the course. Because I wasn't very good at the time. You had to take photos of everything during the course, and which I did, but I didn't keep it in my computer because everyone else had a Mac, whereas I had a Lenovo, and so I wasn't very good at Lightroom or Photoshop either way, and I just did not know. I just didn't know how you use it properly. And then that's when, after the TAFE course, I'm okay, that's a big mistake. I need to learn how to use Photoshop and Lightroom. I usually use Lightroom a lot more. I will be using Photoshop a lot more for thumbnails or whatever. And and then I started taking photos of with my friends. Started taking photos of mainly the beach. That's what most of my photos were, and then I started doing sport photography with a soccer club that's in where I live. I started taking photos with them, and I started to use my experience of taking photos of anything really, and that's when I started to learn a lot more because I was doing so much more of what I wanted to do, and that's what I think. Recently, I haven't been doing because I've been so busy, and that is an excuse that I'm making, which I should not have been. But right now, I'm doing something differently, which is by making videos for myself. And doing it by yourself is quite hard. It's quite difficult, and trying to make the time make the ideas. I've been writing down like 5 or 6 ideas of like trying to make something, and then I'm like, oh, I'm kind of limited with equipment. Oh, what should I get? And at the moment, I've been trying to think of getting the Insta360 Go 2, which is like a small camera for like for first person and stuff like that, which is like similar to what North Borders do. Actually, he did one recently, which I watched, and it was quite good. So yeah. And then when I started to go into more photography, we'll go into more of like watching professionals do something like that, like doing shoots and stuff, which I haven't experienced yet, unfortunately, but I have experience doing photos for friends for free, doing family photos, and I'm just trying to watch them learn and try and do a lot more with my camera and stuff, and trying to make videos at the current rate. But like in the past 2 years, I wasn't doing much photography because it was like during lockdown. I was just sitting in my room. I just had nothing to do. I was just on my Xbox all day, which was sad. It was just I was sitting there. I didn't pick up my camera for about a year or two. I picked it up. I did like heaps of like went on a holiday and stuff to go to Brawley, just down the coast, which I really like to go to. I really like taking photos down the coast. I feel like it's a lot more better than taking photos in the city. I feel like I'm a lot more suitable with that. And then, yeah, I feel like at the moment with my photos, they've been kind of the same, like kind of been all the same. It's just been taking photos of the beach, the water. That's about it. It's kind of boring to me because it's like I need to go somewhere else. I need to do something differently rather than going to Cronulla and taking the same photos. And I feel like I need to explore a lot more of different niches, different like genres. Because I don't know what my niche is yet. Because I'm like, I could do landscape, I could do beaches and photos with that. I can do surfing, I can do sports, I can do black and white, I can do long exposures. Like there's so much I can do, but I don't have a specific niche where I'm like, okay, I'm actually exceptional with that. I'm good at all those. But then yet again, I need to do that for myself. I need to figure out what it is that I can do service with people and stuff like that. And yeah, and since now I've been working, I've been trying to, do a lot more in my time when I don't have work. So then I can actually, do this full time once I'm actually able to. And I've been having a whole idea of making a website as well, which is I would recommend doing. I keep holding back for some reason. There is a reason why. It's just that that's part of me. I hold back and I overthink. But yeah, this is just a personal video sort of thing for you guys to know me a lot more, for new viewers and stuff like that. And yeah, like, so most of the time when I was a beginner, I was just watching videos of Peter McKinnon because he was the best. He is possibly the best photographer I've ever seen. Like, he's just incredible. And he's also done a video where he's talking about his past and how he was a horrible photographer and stuff like that, which is good. I recommend watching him if you're starting out as well. But yeah, I'm still trying to learn how to do Premiere Pro. So that's the other issue. I'm still trying to learn how to use Premiere Pro and stuff like that, which I've been trying to watch videos of that as well. And yeah, I feel like I feel like that's about it that I've got to say. So I hope you guys enjoy this type of video. I don't know. Please let me know in the comments if you want to have more of these type of videos. And yeah, that's just that's a video of who inspires me in photography.